Yeah. First, as always, thanks for being here, and thanks for taking an interest in the program. We're excited in the direction that we're going, and we knew that this was, I've said it a lot and I'll keep saying it, that it's going to be a gauntlet, that there will not be an undefeated team this season in the Mountain West for volleyball, which means that every single night hey, flip a coin and hey, where the cookie crumbles kind of deal. And so we know that every single day that we prep is getting us that much closer to making sure the cookie crumbles on our side, and that we are at the 50.1 and our opponent's at the 49.9 of total points scored. And that's just the way it's going to work this season. And so we're excited to get back on the road. We've been good on the road in the past, and we're going to continue that. And we're going to be a really tough team to play, no matter we're at home or if we're on the road. And so had some great video meetings yesterday. We're seeing areas of the game where we can get better. We're spending a lot of time in those areas in practice, and the team is, I think, in a good place. We're ready to go. There's this kind of this general vibe of, hey, who's next? Who's next? How do we prepare? What do we need to know about this team, coach? And let's go get after them. And so I really like that. It's this very professional kind of style of play right now, and this approach to practice and training and development. And so we're just excited to go out and do it against in my opinion, two of the best teams in the league, Wyoming and Colorado State. Both very physical teams, both play a very strong style of play, and they're going to be tough. They're going to be really tough, especially at home. So we're looking forward to that.
Could you talk about the fight that you guys have?
Yeah, great question, Van. Thank you. We talk about it a lot in practice, and we call it lobofight. Teams will say this a lot. Hey, we just didn't want it enough. Hey, we didn't have it in us that day. And what we said is, let's get really specific. What does it mean to want it? What does it look like to want it? And for us, it means we're always hitting the ground for volleyballs. We are never going to let a team score a point without a body chasing after it, hitting the ground. We're going to be this really aggressive team in transition. We're going to dig high and off the net. We're going to attack it high and hard. And the lobofight rallies that we're winning are where multiple exchanges, where the ball's crossing the net several times, and those are the exciting plays. And we're going to win those rallies because of how well we have prepared to win those rallies in practice. We had a rally just the other day in practice where it was the first rally of practice, and it might have been like a 40-second rally. And we're like, whoa, okay. Hey, that, you guys, is what it's going to take every single day in order to go win the rallies on Thursday nights and on Saturday afternoons. And so I think that is what you're seeing on match day is a product of what we're doing in practice.
But you're kind of closing in on that goal that you told us about, getting the Las Vegas.
Yeah.
How do you keep them focused on the here and now as opposed to what your goal is?
Absolutely. It's in the back of their minds. It's in the back of our minds, all the time. But the reality is my job as the coach, as the leader of this program, is to keep us in the moment every single day. And the second that we take our foot off the gas pedal, I am all over them as if our record is flipped. And so our record doesn't indicate where we're going to be in November, right? And we've talked about that a lot, that November knows nothing about what happened the first week of September, that it knows nothing about what happened the second week of October. We have to be in the hunt every single day for our goal. And the only way we're going to get there is if everybody's on board all the time. And we've seen it. We've had practices where, hey, that wasn't our best practice. And I come back out from the next day and we are going just as hard, if not harder, that next day to make up for the gap that we might have missed by having a slower start the day before. And so I think it's about the immediacy, it's the here and the now, but also knowing, hey, what is the here and the now working towards? Well, it's working towards earning the right to be a top 6 team in late November so that we can go to Vegas and play in the Mountain West Conference Tournament, something that this program has never done before.
Coach, how much do you like your job?
Catch me on the wrong day. That's interesting question. But I'll tell you what, I love this group. I'm passionate about this group. They have been through so much, and so to be there for them and to be kind of that rock that says, hey, you guys, this is where we're going. I know it's hard. I'm in it with you. Is a pretty special feeling, to do that, win or lose. And it's my job to keep them going in that direction and make sure the ship stays afloat and we just kind of get higher and higher on the tide kind of deal. So I love my job. Yeah, I love coaching this team and I love being a part of this university.
Would you describe you guys kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because it seemed like you look at the team and everybody's like, hey, and then once the game starts in the court, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Good question. There's this we have these core values, man, that we talk about all the time about, hey, what kind of people are Lobo volleyball people? Like who are we? And we recruit to it and we sell it all the time, and we got to push on it. this idea of humility, that we're humble individuals, but that we're incredibly hungry. We're hungry to do something that's never been done before. We're grateful people. We're kind people. So those are our four core values. And so you'll see it. You'll see them after the match. They're the nicest, kindest, sweetest young women you've ever met. But on that court, if you overpass a ball, you will feel it, because we are going to absolutely pound it. And that's just the tenacious side of that hunger that comes along with our humility of the type of people that we want to be.
I was right. My eyes were deceiving.
Yeah, you were.
Before the season, was there conference championship talk? Or has it been talk this season, or is it more about being the top six?
The reality was for us is we knew we needed to start somewhere. And the reality was, hey, let's get to the top 6, which would mean we have to be one of the top third teams in the league to guarantee that. And what does it mean nationally? Well, for us, we wanted to be a top third team in the country. There's 320 Division I volleyball programs. Well, so we know we need to be in the top 100, which this program hasn't been in many years, a top 100 level program. Well, how do we get to be a top third team? How do we get to be a top third in the league? How do we get to be a top third team in the country? And let's train to those standards. And so no, it hasn't come up in regards to that specific of communication. But hey, let's get to this tournament, and then let's go see where we can, what we can do with it, and let's see how far we can go. And I think that's been more the conversation.
Could you talk about how big this week is, because you're facing the two teams that's tied on top of the conference?
Yeah, I think it's huge. The reality is everyone's going to be good. I mean, the reality, there's not going to be an undefeated team this year, which means everybody can beat everybody. And we won off night, the ball bounces the wrong way, the touch doesn't get called, I run out of challenges. You're right, all those things are going to make differences in winning and losing sets, and you got to win 3 of them to win a match. And so it's a big week. And I think the reality is, I'm going to tell you that every week's a big week, and every practice is a big practice. I can't wait to leave here and go train this team and get them ready to go get after Colorado State at 7 o'clock on Thursday night up in Fort Collins. And I can't wait, because we've got a job to do.
What do you think your strengths are and your weaknesses against Colorado State?
They're a physical team, so they've got a height advantage on us in some areas. They're a powerful serving team. One thing that we've learned about our team over the last few weeks is boy, we can dig with the best of them. And so how tall you are, how high you jump, how hard you hit, we have some defenders that are absolutely tenacious back there. So I think we have a nice matchup there. Some of our strengths, I think we've proven that we're good in long rallies. A lot of teams are going to hit a ball out. They're going to hit a ball out, in the net. They're going to get blocked. We've managed this style of play that's patient and clean, so we can stay really patient in those long rallies, and we can stay clean over a long period of time, which gives us an advantage to win some rallies. And so I think it's a really strong matchup with the Colorado State team.
Figures you're going to be stable and good for quite a while. Are you already looking around the state for the local talent? I mean, young players, freshmen, sophomores, juniors. Are you already out there looking?
It never stops. We never stop. We're constantly getting feedback from local high school coaches, local club coaches about, hey, here's some up and coming talent. Here's some players you want to have your eye on. So for us, the recruiting side of things never stops. We're constantly looking for the best talent in the state, and we want to keep those players right here at UNM.